What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. This is your Sunday Motivator, and I got a good video for you. What I need you to do is like, share, and subscribe, and I need you to come along with us on this journey. If you're ready, follow me, and let's go to war together. Traders War Room wants to remind the viewer that all content on this channel are for education and entertainment purposes only. You are responsible for every move you make in the stock market. Have fun, tread cautiously, but definitely go to war and let's get it. All right, team, real quick, we're not going to beat it up because we went over it on the Friday market wrap-up, but here's your buzz report. Let's see what the stock market did at close of Friday and what to look forward to this week. So up first, hey, here's how your markets close. Look, green across the board. The Dow's up, the Nasdaq's up, the S&P's up, and our bond yields are still staying around the level they've been at for a couple weeks. So all in all, not a bad day in the marketplace today. Here's the movers and shakers. Most active, GOVX. Man, we alerted that real quick, and we saw that SPY was doing its thing too. I saw a lot of stuff trending on social media about BABA. Our top gainers, man, RGC, I told you guys, that one snuck up on me. I had my eye on some other things, and that thing just exploded. FLGC, again, had a great day. GOVX is there, and DATS. And in our losers, ENDP, Hexo, SNOA, and Fate. All right, in our sector performance, we're looking, man, green across the board on the 1 day. But you can't just look at 1 day. You got to look at a full picture. So we got to pull the 5 day. And we see that healthcare leading the way. Next is utilities and consumer staples. And energy topping out the very bottom. Next, materials and financials. So definitely financials, materials, and energy will be on our watch list for next week and the next coming week because they can't be down that low forever, man. They got to have a little jump here and there, and we're going to catch that and ride that to the moon. All right, and we got some futures, man. We got a few green, a few red. Now, you guys know how I feel about futures. They are a glimpse into what possibly could be, so you can make a plan. This is not gospel. Do not take it as word, okay? You got to make sure that you play the market for what the market gives you come the opening bell. Now, bottom part is orders filled by Fidelity. Now, listen, this can be Fidelity or it can be any other broker out there, okay? I have Fidelity, and I like what I see on Fidelity, so I use Fidelity. But, man, you're looking at any NVDA, AMC, BABA, Tesla, Microsoft, GOVX, Amazon, Apple, Myrna, and TQQQ, okay? Those were the orders filled by customers that led the pack. All right, and we're looking at premium calls versus puts of the top big boys, and we see that Johnson & Johnson leading the way with calls, SPY leading the way with puts, and then you got some Tesla and Amazon power, some Microsoft and BABA, and you can tell the rest, okay? We look at this because this gives us an idea of individual stocks and what the momentum and the sentiment is going into next week. All right, and your top headliners. So investors are awaiting this symposium that's happening in Wyoming to kind of see how the economy is going to brace for this COVID-19 and how it'll affect, you know, the Fed sentiments, the investor sentiment, and the stock market in general. So big news on that. So expect maybe some things to be volatile while they're waiting for that. Maybe not moving as much or spiking up and down depending on the outcome of the symposium. And also, I'm going to give you guys a list of some insurance companies. Insurance companies have historically been very good plays long-term. Warren Buffett's a big one for these insurance companies. Need to pay attention to them, okay? A lot of storms happening, a lot of, you know, people getting older, a lot of health crisis, things of this nature, okay? So it's time to start paying attention to these, and I'll have a list of some good ones for you guys to do some DD on. So here we go. We got the most anticipated earnings for this upcoming week. Look, I got everything I got my eye on in yellow squares or rectangles, but my opinion, and this is just me, but you can't possibly look at everything, all right? So pick a couple that you like on each day, follow them, and look for a strategy that matches your personality. Like we looked at that inside bar strategy on the technical video that we sent out this over the weekend. Man, try to follow that a little bit, man. Look for a strategy that matches your game plan and stay disciplined. And if you see an opportunity to make some money, man, don't be afraid to jump in. Scared money don't make money, but you always got to secure that portfolio. All right, team. So now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stocks and charts that we're looking at this week. All right, first stock we're going to look at is JD. Now, I got a call option for this week on JD, and I hope it rips up past $65 on the opening bell. But I want you guys to focus in on that orange, right? That orange line there at the 68.10, that's where a gap is. And I would not be surprised to see this roar out the gate and fill into that gap sometime during this week. So definitely bullish on JD coming into this week. We're at the bottom, in my opinion, on our RSI. MACD is looking like it wants to curl up. Money flow starting to come back in, and AO's below, so we're due for an uptick. All right, next one, Best Buy, man. Best Buy got a lot of intra runners of support, okay? So definitely this one can go either way, but I like Best Buy coming in. The volume started picking up towards the end of the week. RSI is on an uptick, money flows coming in, and the AO is starting to do fairly well. We're a little bit under on the MACD, but it looks as though it'll probably curve out and will cross up the middle. And definitely I'm bullish on BBY this week. Express, man, just look at the chart, man. You know this is an uptrend. I would not be surprised if Express booms out the gate and we see it passes that $7.43. Now, do I think it's going to stay up there forever? No, but if we look, it's already gone out of a pattern, and every time we see a little down tick, which I think it'll test $6.30, but then it'll be off to the races. And I do think sometime this week we're going to see it surpass $7.43. All right, Burlington. So I'm actually bearish on Burlington. I think it's going to come back down and test that $338, and I don't think it's going to be able to hold it. And I think that the sentiment's going to push it down to the $328 before we start seeing another climb up past the 349 area. So I'm bearish this week, moving into earnings for Burlington. So another one that piqued my interest is HIBB, HIBB Sports. I think that I'm bullish on this one as well. This could go either way, so I definitely am paying attention to it pretty close. But I think we're going to go out. We're going to test $88 area, and I think we're going to hold that, and we're going to continue up. If we do that, of course, $90 is next, $92. I don't quite think that we're going to see $96, but definitely if they come out with some good earnings and there's a lot of good sentiment, we might be able to see that $96, maybe not this week, but on into the next week, because they report on Friday. All right, now moving into the stock of the week. The stock of the week this week, like I told you on the video over the weekend, we're going to break down Snap, S-N-A-P. All right, so when we're breaking down Snap, it's important to know what Snap is. And if you take a look at here, pause this, read this, but Snap is a camera company, and they want to reinvent the camera representation, greatest opportunity to improve the way people live and communicate. Social media platform where camera, videos, pictures, things of that nature kind of run, and that's the main purpose of it in little communities and things of that nature. So their mission, pretty simply, is they want to contribute to human progress and empower people to express themselves and live in the moment and learn about the world and to have fun. This is some basic stats that were done on Friday. This is just basically just giving you a little bit of idea of where it stands, what it's done, and, you know, previous open closes, 52-week highs, 52-week lows, and the average volume. And knowing about a company, we need to know how, you know, it makes money, right? So the Snapchat, it's officially called Snap, and it describes itself as a camera company, and it's the flagship product. It's a camera app called Snapchat that allow users to connect with family, friends, and exchange photos. Snapchat is a platform for selling advertising space, and that's how the company makes money. Now, I want to highlight that. That is how they make money, through advertisements, because this is huge with the younger generation. I mean, my teenagers, this is all they use exclusively. They don't even have Facebook. They have Instagram, but Snapchat is what they utilize. And I remember Snapchat being one of those that, you know, it was, you know, encrypted, and you could dissolve your communications and things of that nature. So like as soon as someone read your message and Snapchat and whatnot, it would dissolve in like 10 seconds. So it was kind of like the I'm going to sneak around so my parents don't know what I'm doing type of thing. But it's evolved past that to be a leader in a social media platform. And here's basically some down and dirty demographics. Now, I want you to pay attention to the forecast. There's quite a few people that see this going above $100, and you see other people that say this is only worth about $40. Now, you got a whole bunch of analysts that are recommending buying, but majority of them are recommending that you hold at current levels because they think it might be overpriced at current levels, and that it'll eventually get up to where it's supposed to be, but it's definitely had a run and it's getting a lot more money than it's actually worth. That's kind of what I've gauged off of reading some of the analysts' recommendations and why they believe the way that they believe. There's some earnings and sales forecasts down below. So let's get into the chart, man. I want you to pay attention to that lower red. That's a bottom level. Now remember, you're like, oh, Chuck, it hit 57.48. Why are you at 59? For me, I like to have lines that hit at least 3 spots, okay? The top level, 78.13, it surpassed there. But again, it has to hit there multiple times for me to consider a level. Pay attention to that yellow box, though, between those 2 orange lines. That was the last earnings that it had, and that was an extreme high gap up. And we're kind of seeing a downtrend right now, which to me tells me that this could potentially trying to be filling that huge gap, okay? So we need to pay attention to that. But I do think Snap goes up a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if here at the $72.71 level, we see it jump up. But also we need to pay attention that it could come back down to fill up that gap, because there's a huge gap between that 70.78 and that 63.84 that, usually gaps get filled eventually. So if you're looking for a plan, and we went over this in a technical video this weekend, remember the inside bar, that red bar right there with the top with the blue and the bottom with the red, that's the outside bar. You got 4 inside bars on that one outside bar, okay? So basically, here's the way I'm playing this. If I'm gonna get in the Snap, if it opens above $73.16, that's gonna tell me that I probably should put a call in. And if it opens below 70.61, I'm thinking put. And that's just me, but I'm looking at the demographics, the RSIs, the MACD, the AO, and the money flow, and this is what it's telling me that would be a safe bet to go in using the inside-outside bar strategy. All right, team, and that's the video, man. Listen, Sunday Motivator done. I hope good fortune to everybody that's getting into the market this week and making a killing, okay? Remember, at Traders War Room, we look at the stock market like a war zone, stocks and sectors. Those are our battles. We do it together, man. If you feel like you want to roll with us, hit the description tab, join us on one of the social media platforms, and if you're ready, follow me, and let's go to war together.